Yo guys, it's Slyroh. You already know that. Today I'm bringing you guys my battle for week 2 of the Pokemon Premier League Division 1 Season 4. We are taking on PaullyMac and the Thunderbolton Wanderers, and I am not excited for this battle. If you guys watched the team analysis yesterday, you guys can hear all my in-depth thought process about this battle and all that good stuff. I'll give you the TLDR version right now. Paul is a very good friend of mine. His links are in the description. Make sure you check him out. Please check him out. It's really cool. But I'm not looking forward to facing him because I've faced him once before and he beat me pretty badly. And his team is very, very scary. And I did not have a fun time building for this battle. So here we are. The goal of this battle is to get out of this battle with losing either 4-0 or less. Like, if I can get out of the battle with that, then I'm set. I'm good. I'm good with that. We can go into next week. We can, I'm fine. I'm not expecting to win this at all. I do not like my chances. And as you can see, look at the team that Paul brought. Let's go over it really quick. He brought Manaphy, he brought Latios, he brought Zapdos, Registeel, Crocodile, and Emboar. Crocodile is like the one Pokemon that runs through my old draft. Emboar is not that far behind in that respect. Manaphy is always a threat. He basically just brought the 6 scariest things. He did not bring Mega Audino, which is whatever. And then he didn't bring Hitmonchan or Garbodor, so it's like, alright, whatever. You left them behind and brought just all the scary stuff. Yeah, the stuff that I brought was a Scarfed Breloom, a mostly specially defensive Mega Steelix with enough offensive investment to 2-KO Mega Audino, that is not here. A mixed defensive Cresselia with Calm Mind, a Scarfed Togekiss, a defensive Ruskin Rocky Helmet Druddigon, and an Assault Vest Tyranitar. So, there were a couple things on my team that I thought had a decent chance of at least punching some holes into his team, but like I said, I was not super confident about this match. So if I missed anything, feel free to ask questions and let me know. But I'm going to go ahead and get on to this battle because I know I have a bad habit of rambling on and on and on without actually starting the battle. So, in terms of lead matchups, what I was thinking is he could either start with the Registeel to get up his rocks. He could start off with Zapdos, maybe just to get some Volt Switch initiative. Or possibly Emboar, because that is just straight offense turn 1. And I really thought about starting off with Togekiss, but I didn't want to... I just didn't want to be in a situation where I was like forced to go for something that wouldn't kill, and then Togekiss gets taken out too early, kind of like last week. And I decided, screw it. Instead of trying to guess what his lead is, I'm just going to lead with Breloom. So let's go ahead and get into this. Breloom is Scarfed and should be able to outspeed anything that he would bring. And I can Spore him first turn. And what do you know, he starts out with the Emboar. And I'm like, perfect. I can Spore this Emboar. I'm Scarfed. I'm faster than Emboar, so there's no way that he outspeeds me. Oh, he outspeeds me and takes me out. Breloom is dead before I have a chance to even do anything with it, because he has to be Jolly Scarfed. An Adamant Scarf wouldn't outspeed me. I was adamant, but I had a lot of speed investment. The only way he takes me out is if he's Jolly Scarf, and I'm so mad that he's Jolly Scarf. I could have just spored him, and then he would have been asleep, and then I could have done this, and oh, it's ridiculous. But at least now I know his choice into Flare Blitz. Rip Breloom. I'm really upset about that. I've been saying that I want to use Breloom so much, and I haven't been able to, so whatever. I threaten him out, and I just go for the Earthquake, get a pretty big hit off here on the Registeel. And I decided to go for a low kick because it does do a little bit more than Earthquake, and it looked like it might have been a roll to kill, but it doesn't, and he gets up his rocks. Those are going to be there to stay because I don't have hazard removal on my side, and he's not going to be removing his own rocks anytime soon. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Crunch just in case he switched out, but he didn't, and T-Tar is actually going to get the first kill on my side, so we don't get 6-0'd. That's good, and yeah, like I said, I'm good with that. I'm really upset about Breloom because I didn't have Max Speed Jolly. I wanted the power, but I figure he's gonna go for a fighting move. But even if he doesn't, Druddigon is my switch in to make him start taking recoil, and he does. He goes for the superpower, which this plus the -1 is good for me. He's going to get Rough Skinned, Rocky Helmet, and Sandstorm damage. And if he would have went for Flare Blitz, that would have been even more recoil. So after 2 attacks, this Ember is already below half, and I haven't even attacked it yet. So that's pretty good. And I looked like another superpower couldn't kill me. I wanted to predict him. Oh, I did predict him. Whoops. I think I predicted him to go out into the Manaphy or something, just in case. Or just one of his special attackers in general, which Cresselia can deal with. So I wanted to get a look at what the Zapdos was. Unfortunately, I just kind of thought Zapdos is really powerful, and I didn't really calc this. It turns out this is actually a Specs Zapdos. I could definitely tell that it was Max Special Attack Modest, I thought. Maybe like an Expert Belt or something, but I didn't quite put my finger on Specs damage. So I'm just waiting to be critted here because, you know, that would be my luck, and that would be Paul's luck to just do that to me right now. But right now it looks like Cresselia can kind of 1v1 the Zapdos. If I can get up enough Calm Minds, I can just, you know, be good. So, I mean, I'm Moonlight up here, and I'm kind of 1v1ing him, and that's going to give me more chances to set up Calm Minds. The more Calm Minds I get, the less Moonlights I have to use, and I can get to potentially +6 at this point. But he's actually going to make the switch, and he's going to go into the Crocodile as I set up that second Calm Mind. Unfortunately, after 2 Calm Minds, Energy Ball is not going to take him out. I do have Energy Ball and not Moonblast, which I do regret, and Paul pointed out to me that I probably should have had that, and I really should have. Plus, yeah, I don't know. I just really should have had that, but the Colbur Berry is going to come in, and I got the defense drop, which I did not notice, and that kind of comes into play, because Crocodile Crunch, with the damage that the calc said that Crunch did, was a Jolly Crocodile and not Banded Life or nothing like that. So the max roll was like 47%. And he did like 55% to me there. So I was just like, whoa, did I miss something? Did I misread the calc? And because I misread the calc, I had to switch out. I potentially could have either switched out the first time, or I could have just killed him there, something like that. But I figured he was just going to go for a Crunch because he had a good chance to kill. And I'm going to make the aggressive switch into my Togekiss. Togekiss is offensive, and I can do lots of damage, and he doesn't really have a switch into Dazzling Gleam now that Registeel is dead, so that's what I go for, and this actually does about half to the Zapdos. However, looking at the calc, that was actually a high roll, and a second one was not a good chance to take him out. Maybe 50% chance at the most, but that wasn't looking like it was a good chance to take him out. It wasn't guaranteed. Togekiss is too important, and I'm not risking its life again, so I actually go into T-Tar. And he predicted the Steelix to come in, and I didn't really think too much about this play. T-Tar was my Zapdos switch-in, so I was just like, there's no point in going to anything else. But yeah, so I actually got pretty lucky with that. He didn't go for Signal Beam or anything, which still would have done less than half, but I got to keep a lot of health. I go for the Stone Edge, and I hit. T-Tar has not missed the Stone Edge yet, so that's great. And he's just going to go back out into the Emboar. I probably should have predicted this. He's going to predict the Druddigon to come in, and he's just going to go out into his Latios. As I just go ahead into the Druddigon to switch into that Emboar. Also, I really did think about switching. I could have thought about going into Mega Steelix on that Zapdos to get at my rocks, because I want rocks on his side of the field. That way, he either has to defog both of the rocks away and not have them on my side, or have them on both sides, on his side, and then I can use that to my advantage. So I do have a pretty safe switch into Latios in Mega Steelix. I am especially defensive, careful. Not max special defensive, but pretty close to it. So I figured there was nothing that he was going to do that was going to do that much. And Sand is up and Sand Force is up, so that's really good. If I can get an attack off before it runs out. However, I'm going to decide not to, as I do take this opportunity to get my rocks up. Because he sets up a Reflect, and yeah, that's not very good for me. And now he sets up Light Screen, and I'm just like, oh boy. I was like, I think I know what's coming. I think I know what's coming. I'm seeing flashbacks to last season's championship match. I watched Travesty's game where he brought dual screens, Safeguard, Memento, and I saw the Safeguard, and I was like, yep, there it is. And I was like, well, he doesn't have an attacking move, but I just go for the Dragon Tail. I get a crit, which ultimately doesn't matter, but I was just like, wait, if I just Dragon Tailed him into Manaphy, oh, I Dragon Tailed him into Manaphy. That's really unfortunate because both the screens are up, and that's not good. But he didn't have a chance to set up here because I was just going to Dragon Tail anyway, because I can live a Scald. I didn't mind getting burned. At this point, Steelix is not super important. Like, it is expendable. So I Dragon Tail him again, and he actually goes right back into the Latios. At this point, I knew he was going to Memento, so it didn't matter what I did. So I just stayed in, whatever, go for a Dragon Tail. Paul, this is really rude of you to not let me get a kill with Mega Steelix, because it could have happened, but you had to be really selfish and kill yourself and get your own momentum. So that's really rude of you and really selfish, but you know, it is what it is. So Latios is dead. That's 3 Pokemon on his side dead, I believe, so we are doing way better in this game than I was expecting. But he is going to kill me off the Scald, because again, he knows that if he sets up, I'm just going to Dragon Tail him out, because that's what I did that turn. So we're wasting a lot of these screen turns, which I'm perfectly good with. Now, he is going to set up a Tail Glow here, and I didn't want to try and keep Calm Mind shenaniganing, whatever, but I do go for the Moonlight because +3 Manaphy cannot take me out. A +3 like Signal Beam can't take me out. Turns out he doesn't even have Signal Beam, he just has Scald, and the Safeguard runs out, so that means the screens are about to run out also, so that's really good for me. So I just go for the Energy Ball for some damage. I need to start getting chip damage on this thing because Breloom, which was my thing to kill this thing, is dead, so I need to start getting chip damage on this. So, he takes me out with Cresselia, and right now I'm actually looking, and Togekiss has a really good chance to sweep up the game here. However, Manaphy is right outside the roll for Togekiss to kill. Therefore, I need to get some sand damage on this thing. Unfortunately, a +3 Manaphy is going to kill an Assault Vest T-Tar here. So, that does happen. But what is going to continue to happen is that Manaphy is going to take Sandstorm damage. And we actually discussed this after the game. Before this first Sandstorm hit, he was at 49%. Then after this, I think he was about 45%. The roll for Togekiss was about 41 to 49%. So I wanted to guarantee that roll, so I actually just sack off Druddigon here. He took a long time because he thought I might have had Sucker Punch, which that would have guaranteed the roll. But actually, at this point, after another turn of Sandstorm, it guarantees the roll anyway. And because I'm Scarfed Togekiss, it's looking like I should be able to just sweep up his team. He's actually now at about 38, 39%, somewhere like that. And the minimum roll is 41%. So I go for the Dazzling Gleam, and he's out. He has no Scarfers left. I was like, I don't think the Crocodile is Scarfed. And I actually outspeed a max speed Scarfed Jolly Emboar by 1 point. So he can't do that. And there's no way that he brought Scarf Sucker Punch, because that would just be weird. Except for he brought Scarf Sucker Punch. And then we see the Togekiss health go down, but I'm at 13! Cool! Go for the Dazzling Gleam. Emboar, down. Cool. And now it's just the moment of truth. Moment of truth. Do we live a sand hit? I don't know. That's off the top of my head. We buffeted by the Sandstorm. We live on 3 HP. We live on 3 HP. Crocodile is going to come out. Crocodile is not Scarfed. Does live the Rock Switch in, which I wasn't positive he would have. But he does. I go for the Dazzling Gleam. Take him out. Crocodile's down. And that's it. That's it. We didn't get 6-0'd. We didn't get 5-0'd. We didn't even lose. We beat Paul 1-0. And I'm so ecstatic. Like, I don't know if you guys understand how much I was not looking forward to this game, because I thought there was no chance that I was going to do well at this game. But T-Tar pulled through with 2 clutch kills. Mega Steelix probably would have killed that Latios if Paul wasn't selfish and mementoed. And then Togekiss swept up the game, getting 3 kills. Togekiss was back for revenge after losing last week because of the Fire Blast miss. You know, Togekiss didn't get to do anything, and Togekiss was like, I'm not having that this week, and took over the spotlight, and just really, I love how this week turned out. There was really no hacks involved at all. I mean, there were some minor rolls here and there, but I mean, the entire game of Pokemon is a game of rolls, so there really wasn't any one defining moment that like sealed the game away in terms of hacks, in terms of anything outside of our control. So this was honestly such a fun game and a really great game because it was just 2 people playing Pokemon without any hacks interference or anything like that. So that was really, really great. I'm really disappointed in Breloom. I'm not disappointed in Breloom, I'm disappointed in Paul bringing a freaking Jolly Scarfed Emboar. And man, I don't know, man. I just don't know. Scarf Brilliant was going to put in so much work, but, you know, it is what it is. We came back and we got the 1-0 victory. For us, that means that we are not as close to being relegated, which is the main goal of PPL, is to not get relegated. I want to stay in Division 1, and I think people should honestly be scared of us because we almost won our Week 1 game against Sam. We have won our Week 2 game against Paul, and I mean, both of them are very, very good battlers. I mean, everybody in this league is a good battler, but I mean, these are two players that have proven success statistically in leagues that we have done very, very well against the first 2 weeks. So I do think that people should definitely be scared of us because we can beat anybody. If we can beat this team, this super scary 6 Pokemon that Paul brought, if we can beat that, we can beat anybody. And I'm ready to take on any challenge that comes our way, except for 1 week. But we'll get to that when we get there. There's still one team specifically that I'm not looking forward to playing. 2 actually, but whatever. We'll get there. Everybody else is. We are going to run through them. Like that's going to be the plan here. And yeah, I'm really liking how our team has come together, and we are actually going to be making a few improvements onto the team with a transfer, but you guys will have to find out about that next week when I do go over that. And next week we'll be taking on Kelly under the radar. Speaking of great games, last season we had a fantastic game in which he beat me 1-0. So I'd love to get some revenge on him, but that was another one. It was a super clean game, super fun, and I hope to have another one like that with him. So we will have that next week, and I think that's how I'm going to leave it off. So thank you guys for watching. Go ahead, leave your thoughts, check out Paul, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys next week. So thanks for watching, and until the next time, guys, stay sly.